What I'm about to tell you will shock you to the bone, and you'll also be so excited that the vast majority of you won't sleep tonight. The thing that we're dealing with in our society today that haunts most of us, there's three things. One is most of us are overweight. Two, most of us don't feel very good. We're not happy. We're overworked, underpaid, and we're just not happy, man, with our lives. And then number three, we've got some kind of pain in our body, especially the older some of us get, right? So let's talk about the first one. Let's talk about the weight issue. Man, I tell you what, not long ago I came back from my class reunion, and there was a lot of people there at my class reunion that I didn't recognize. Had it not been for the name tag, I would have not known who they were. If I'd have met them on the street, I'd have never recognized them because they had gained so much weight. What I've also learned is that these people have gained all that weight and they feel terrible, man. They don't want to look at themselves in the mirror. They don't fit in their clothes anymore. They're not sexy like they used to be. You know, their mates aren't attracted to them. There's just this vicious cycle of unhappiness, man, depression a lot of times that's involved with being overweight, man. You don't know what to do, man. You see all these diets and things like this, and yeah, the diets work great. But after you come off of the diet, how many of our friends have we seen that have gone from 20 pounds to 30 pounds right after they lost it? Just simply because they went back to their old eating habits. They didn't have any way to stop themselves, man. It was just like they were addicted and compelled. And part of the reason for that is that our food system is messed up, man. We've got stuff in our food like MSG, the flavor enhancer, terrible for you. You've got things like GMO or genetically modified foods. You've got aspartame. Man, I never understood why anybody that knows that's in their product, it's a sweetener, would drink that because it's terrible for you. It's awful, causing all kinds of health issues. So there is good news. You don't have to deal with that weight thing anymore. What I'm about to tell you is going to change all that for you. Let's also talk about the mood. Now that you're overweight, you're not in a good mood, or even if you're thin, a lot of you out there have depression issues, man. You're unhappy. Your life just isn't going your way. You don't make enough money. Man, people are, unhappy with what you're doing. And that will wear you out after a period of time. And then a lot of you have been in car accidents. You have had a sports injury, and then you've gotten older. You've got arthritis or some fibromyalgia or some other type of disease. And so you have all of this pain that's in your body, and you can take all the medications and drugs and stuff to try to fix it, but that makes things worse, man. And a lot of times it makes you even more depressed than you were before. Well, I've got some great news for you. This is the part you don't want to miss. All you have to do, and listen, I know this sounds absolutely crazy. All you have to do is drink 1 cup of coffee a day. That's it. 1 cup of coffee. That's all it takes. It's that simple. And you're asking yourself, that can't be. I've been drinking my cup of coffee, my Folgers or whatever your brand is, my Starbucks. I've been drinking that for years. What I'm going to introduce you to today is going to change your life forever. Welcome to Elevate Coffee, alias known as Smart Coffee. Elevate, the company Elevacity invented Elevate specifically for 3 reasons. 1, to help you function mentally far better than you do now. There's a term called nootropics, and nootropics simply means that your brain functions at a much, much higher level. Not only that, but you're happier. People call their cup of coffee a dose in the morning. The company, it's an acronym. The D stands for dopamine, the O stands for oxytocin, the S stands for serotonin, and the E stands for endorphins. All the good things that you want to have pumping through your veins every day. And that's exactly what Elevate Coffee does. It is absolutely a miracle. You have to try it. One cup of coffee, and I will tell you what, you will be more awake than you've ever been on any other coffee. And I used to be a guy that drank a double or triple espresso in the morning to get me going. This is far better. None of the jitters, none of the crash. I function better, I focus a lot better, I get twice as much done. I can think faster and better than I ever thought in my life. Unbelievable. But here's the part that is going to blow most of you away. That turns the appetite switch off. Turns it totally off. It's the weirdest thing. I've never seen anything like it. Now all of a sudden, I'm not hungry anymore. And I'm thirsty. I'm drinking more water, which flushes out all that toxin and fat that I've got in my system. I don't eat breakfast. I used to eat breakfast all the time. I don't eat lunch. I eat lunch every day. I'm just not hungry, man. And I've got tons of energy. I feel happy and great. It's incredible. It's the most miraculous thing I've ever seen in my entire life. On top of that, I had lower back pain that was just driving me crazy. I walked around kind of like an old man all the time. Not that I'm that young anymore, but still, I noticed after my first cup of coffee, I didn't have all that pain in my body anymore. Unbelievable. So needless to say, I turned to the person who gave me that coffee and go, my God, where do I get this? I've got to have this every day because I want to feel great. I don't want the pain, man. And I had a few pounds I needed to lose. Well, guess what? I lost 7 of those pounds in the first 7 days. Unreal. I wasn't eating, and that's the problem that most of you have, is most of you can't stop eating. You've been programmed through advertising to eat all of these bad foods. And so consequently, you get addicted to those foods and you crave those foods. Well, when that appetite switch goes off, you don't have that anymore. You don't have any cravings for sugar. You don't have the cravings for all these bad foods that you've been eating. It's absolutely, without a question, a miracle. And guess what? There's only one company that you can get that from, and that's the Elevacity company. So let me give you a few statistics about coffee that you might not be aware of. The second most consumed beverage on earth is coffee, next to water. 83% of all Americans drink coffee. Last year, that trend went up 6%. Incredible, a lot more people drinking coffee. Are you getting paid for that? I wasn't. How about the fact that you cannot get Elevate Coffee anywhere else on planet Earth except through the Elevacity company? When I found that out, after drinking this and feeling this good and losing a few pounds, I'm like, oh my God, this is going to catch on like wildfire all over the globe. And here's the thing, it's only in the United States right now. Can you imagine what this will be like when it goes global? It will be crazy. So what the company has done is they gave you and I the opportunity to financially benefit. Not only are we gonna look thinner, feel great, have a lot less pain in our body, but we're going to feel better than we've ever felt in our life. We're gonna be able to peak perform unlike before and have a fatter wallet. Nothing like having a fat wallet. Nothing like having a bank account that's huge. Instead of me being huge, my wallet and my bank account is huge. The company's put together a compensation program that will blow you away. It's incredible. So what I encourage all of you to do is first reach out. Let's get you some coffee, man. You got to try it. Second, click on the link below or send me an email, and we're going to welcome you to team number 1. That's what I belong to, team number 1 at the company Elevacity. So I encourage you, get off the couch, get on your computer, make that call, do something that's going to change your life, and I'll see you somewhere on the next video.